Hi guys, Jack here with another video. Today is December 31st, 2011, New Year's Eve, and I was just thinking about this morning, and I've seen Sean Long's I guess reviews or videos rather of him doing top 10 movies, top 10 games, top 10 toys of 2011. And then I thought to myself, I should probably do something like this. And I thought I should do it on the people that died this year. Frankly, like the names I'm going to highlight right now. I got my laptop here with me, and we're going to read. We are going to read the names to you of the people that died this year. Now, note that I may cry. I barely cry much, so I don't have a thing of tissues with me right now. Yeah, so I thought I'd create this video to commemorate and keep the memory of the people that have died still alive in our hearts. So let us begin. One of the stars that we lost was the great boxing legend Smokin' Joe Frazier. Frazier rose to international fame as an Olympic heavyweight champion in the 60s and 70s, and thanks to his highly publicized fights against rival Muhammad Ali, including 1955's especially brutal 14-round Thrilla in Mania, which Frazier ultimately lost. The boxer died of liver cancer at age 67 on November 7, less than 2 months after being diagnosed. I remember waking up on my radio just hearing that. It broke my heart. Really, it did. I mean, I expect people that have cancer to try and live as much time and life as they possibly can. So, we'll miss you, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Next is, my computer's on the fritz. Come on now. Alright. Now we got Tanny Lane. Tanny Lane was the former lead singer for Warrant, one of the biggest hair bands of the 80s, and wrote one of the group's biggest hits, Heaven. But on August 7th, the Cherry Pie rocker died of alcohol poisoning at the Comfort Inn in Woodland Hills, California. He was 47. I never really heard of the guy, but if you guys are hardcore rock fans, then you probably got that. Next we have Moses Hightower. After a successful college career and NFL career that spanned more than a decade, Bubba Smith jumped into the world of acting and landed his best-known role, Moses Hightower, in Police Academy in 1984. Smith was found dead in his Los Angeles home on August 3rd. The autopsy determined that he had Theramine, a weight loss drug, in his system, and also suffered from heart disease. Bubba Smith is the guy that played Moses Hightower in Police Academy, and I still have yet to watch the movies, so I feel like an idiot not watching the movies and reading out the biography of someone that's died. Next is, and I don't know if you guys will even give a crap about this one. Grammy Award-winning soul singer Amy Winehouse was found dead in her London home on July 23rd at the age of 27. Sadly, after a long public battle with drug addiction, the troubled musician's cause of death was eventually determined to be alcohol poisoning. Again, if you guys care about her, like, I don't know, you would care. I personally don't care. She's like Justin Bieber. It's just, no. I don't care for her. It's just no. Some of you guys may care about her. I don't know. Next is the former Gumbo star, Peter Falk. Peter Falk, who is best known as narrating the 1987 fairy tale, The Princess Bride, suffered from dementia in later years. The longtime TV detective died June 23rd at the age of 83 after winning multiple Emmys for his most beloved role. Sadly, his beloved role is not told. I'm sorry. I heard a lot about Gumbo and that it was actually pretty good. Now that Peter Falk's gone, does the show still go on? Or did it end after he died? I don't know. Next we have one of the stars from Jackass. The Jackass gang lost a member when Ryan Dunn's life was cut short on June 20th. The 34-year-old star and his passenger perished in a car crash in western Gloucester Township, Pennsylvania, in which police suspect his 2007 Porsche 911 GT3 was speeding. The day of the news broke, April Margarita, the mother of Jackass star Bam Margarita, told RadioOnline.com. So yeah, I have watched a bit of Jackass and overall, I gotta say goodbye to him. He was one of the more funnier guys with Bam. I think Steve-O and me, man. I don't watch that much of Jackass. Don't let my mom know. So yeah. Next we have legendary saxophonist Clarence Collins, who played alongside with Bruce Springsteen as part of his E Street Band for 4 decades. As he died of complications from a stroke on June 18th. Clemens, who was nicknamed the Big Man, met Springsteen in Asbury Park, New Jersey in 1971, and went on to play hits like Born to Run, Dancing in the Park, and many others. He was 69. Excuse me. You have to admit, 4 decades of rocking with Bruce Springsteen. The Sting, the Bruce, I don't know what he's called. But 40 years of rocking, that is actually pretty impressive. Next we have one of the stories that touched me. Like, I didn't know this could ever happen. Wrestler Randy Savage, known for his catchphrase, "Oh yeah!" and his flamboyant ensembles that usually included a cowboy hat, big sunglasses, and sequins, died on May 20th. The 58-year-old was the victim of a crash in Florence County, Florida, when he was suffering a heart attack and lost control of his Jeep Wrangler. Guys, if you watch old wrestling, or saw the movie Spider-Man, you guys would know who this guy is. He was so famous, especially for the famous Slim Jim commercial that I think is here on YouTube. Yeah. So long, Macho Man. So long. Here we have some old, and I mean old actors, like all the way from 20s and 30s. Actor Jackie Cooper first gained fame as a young tyke in the 1920s when he was cast in the Our Gang series of short comedy films. At the ripe age of 9, he became the youngest person to ever be nominated for an Academy Award at the time of his role in 1931's Skippy. He later made the hard-to-pull-off transition from childhood star to adult actor with simple roles in multiple TV series in the Superman film franchise. Cooper died May 3rd at the age of 88. I'm sorry. Like I said, I might cry. Another one of those old actors, or actresses, is one of them. Hollywood lost its last living legends when Elizabeth Taylor signed off on March 23rd. Known in the recent years of her activism on behalf of AIDS patients, her love of occupant jewels, and many marriages, and by marriages she had 8 of them. Taylor was one of Tinseltown's hottest actresses throughout the 50s and 60s. After beginning her career as a child star in the 1940s National Velvet, the Oscar-winning star was 79. You have to admit, all the way from 44 during the Great World War II, that is pretty impressive. While our soldiers were fighting for our freedom, she was still able to entertain people. I'm not trying to be rude or offensive or anything, but yeah. Next we have acclaimed British thespian Pete Postlethwaite, who starred in such films as The Usual Suspects, In the Name of the Father, Astamad, and Inception, and was once called the best actor in the world by Steven Spielberg, who died January 2nd after a long battle with cancer at the age of 64. I gotta tell you guys that I'm only reading this guy's statement or biography because, one, I still need to see Inception, and two, anything said or done by Steven Spielberg is ultimately my fave, so I'm gonna miss the best actor in the world, says Steven Spielberg. Next we have one of the great legendary workout masters. Long before Jane Fonda or Richard Simmons made exercising all the rage, Jack LaLanne in 1936 opened what's often considered as the country's first fitness club in Oakland, California. He also competed in pro wrestling and started an exercise program, the Jack LaLanne Show, which was televised nationally from 1959 to 1985. A fitness guru's good health habits served him until January 23rd, when he died of respiratory failure due to pneumonia at age 96. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm going to cry or not. Maybe I should stop. We're in 12 minutes now. I already got like 5 minutes left. I don't know. Alright, let's see if we got another one. The original Hollywood bombshell, Jane Russell, who rose to fame as the star of the 1943 Howard Hughes Western, The Outlaw, thanks to her voluptuous figure, died February 28th of respiratory failure due to the age of 99. Again, one of those old people that I cherish because old people are awesome. So another one. His IMDb credits sketch back into the 50s, but actor Len Lester was best known in the 90s as Seinfeld's not-so-lovable but hilarious Uncle Leo. Other TV credits included The Munsters, 30-something, ER, and Everybody Loves Raymond. The veteran thespian died of cancer-related pneumonia on February 16th. Now, quick question, guys. While he was the uncle in Seinfeld, did he play Raymond's father in Everybody Loves Raymond? Post a comment if you guys know what I'm talking about. And now one of the now we're coming down at the bottom of the list. Now not a lot of people know this, but Michael Gough, who starred as Batman's butler Alfred in the 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton and its sequels, died at the age of 94 on March 17th. Gough's work spans 65 years, and his long resume also included voiceovers in the movies Corpse Bride and Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. 65 years of acting. 65 years of memories and history that could be told if he was still alive. Heck, Michael Caine could learn a thing or two from him. Not saying Michael Caine is bad or anything, but yeah. Next we come to the Great Appleman, the Appleman, which is what some people are calling him. Few people affected the way we live more than Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple and creator of the Mac computer, iPod, iPhone, and the iPad, passed away on October 5th. Although Jobs, at the age of 56, kept his health problems secret. It is known that he is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2003 and underwent liver surgery in 2009. Steve's brilliance, passion, and energy were... It cuts off right there. We're almost 15 minutes. We're coming down to the last two people now, and this made me... I think I might cry right here, right now. After more than 30 years as a commentator on the venerable CBS News program 60 Minutes, and nearly 7 decades as a working journalist, Andy Rooney died on November 4th at the age of 92, less than 2 months after retiring. You have to admit, 70 years of doing the same thing on Sunday night. My grandfather and I would watch 60 Minutes together, and I couldn't get past 10 minutes. And that's why I said used to, so I hope YouTube still lets me upload this. Next we come to the last person that I have basically cared about my whole entire life and childhood. I'm sorry. Actor Cliff Robertson, who won an Oscar in his role in Charity and appeared in the Spider-Man movies as the uncle of Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, died on September 10th, just one day after turning 88. Spider-Man was one of the many movies I grew up with, and Spider-Man was the one movie me and my grandfather would watch whenever the times were bad. The moment the second movie came out, we went to see it. And then a week before number 3 came out, he died. So yeah. So Uncle Ben, or the Spider-Man franchise, or Cliff Robertson mean a lot to me. So does Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes. I hope YouTube lets me upload this. Now if you'll excuse me, guys, I need to cry. I don't know why, I just really do. So I think that's it for all the people that died in 2011. I hope to talk to you guys sometime in the year 2012. This is Blackjack 2099. Signing off. Take care, guys.